everyone, if you are currently looking at buying a new lens and you have the Canon G7x and you're lost and you're thinking, oh my god, does my camera not have the ability to add another lens? What am I gonna do? This is the video for you because I have found a lens that is suitable for the Canon G7x Mark II and III. It works on both. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. If you've never seen me before, my name is Natasha. So happy you clicked on subscribe for more videos from me. The lens that we are going to be reviewing is this one that I'm holding right here, the Neewer HD wide and macro conversion lens 0.75x, and the model name is LS24. It says that it's for the Canon G7x Mark III. I have the Mark II, but it works on this one as well. Let's go through what's inside this box and what comes in the packaging. When we open up the box, the first thing we get is some paper, the instruction manual, where here it says everything that is included in the pack, how to mount it with the pictures to make it even easier. And we also have the user manual, which is basically some more descriptions about the lens. It also mentions the product's safety warnings and instructions. I will be showing you how to mount this lens and what it looks like and the difference between just using the camera as is now and then with the lens on, so you can really see the difference and see whether you want to buy it or not. I will put the link in my description box if you want to check it out for yourself. It's from Amazon, really easy to purchase, delivery great. So if you look at what's in the box, firstly we have this part, which is 2-in-1, so we can actually separate this part by this button here. You press it and then you twist, so now we have the two parts. This is the mount that will be put on the camera and basically attached to the camera, but there's no like gluing or sticking anything on. And then this is the extension tube, which is basically for when you zoom in and zoom out, you have this little tube inside that can stretch out and come back in for zooming. Next we have an L wrench, which is for screwing on mount. You also get a little dust bag, so if you ever want to take the lens off, for example, and store it safely, you can put it right in here, which is always very good because lenses are quite fragile. In case you have, for example, another lens that you want to switch it out to, you can have this little bag to put it in. On the other side of the box we have the actual lens. Now on the top part of this you basically just have the cover, so inside is where the actual lens is, and the bottom part right here you can unscrew, and you will need to unscrew it when you put it on the camera. The last thing included in the box is a cleaning cloth, once again for the lens, so that if it's a little dirty, maybe you've accidentally left a little finger mark on there, you can just rub it right off without damaging it in any way. You don't need to buy any extra parts to make this work the correct way or anything. Like, everything that you need is in the package, which is so great. I think we should get to mounting it. So the first thing we're going to use is the mount to put it on the camera, and together with the L wrench you will screw this part, which basically tightens it so that it sticks to the camera or the outer lens. But let me switch cameras so you can actually see me doing this on the Canon G7x Mark II. Okay, we are now on my bed and we are going to be mounting this part right on here, and there's a little gap here which is for this little guy, so we put it straight on and make sure that the logo is facing upwards on the camera. And this is when we're gonna grab our L wrench, stick it in here and start twisting to close it up. And now we've gotten it tight. This part right here has closed up, and as you can see, the mount is now on and it is not falling off. It is very sturdy. And now we're just getting to the easier bits. This part is just twisted on. We press down this button right here, put it on and twist it until you hear a click. like that. Now we heard the click. I feel like this is still a little wobbly, so I'm going to go in with the L wrench once again just to tighten it even more. Just like that. Now the camera's looking a little bit thicker. And last part is now the actual lens. So first we are going to remove this part by twisting it. And make sure to hold this lower part because or else you'll untwist lenses. So just hold on and only twist the bottom part. Just like so. This comes off. We don't need it anymore. And this is now going on to the camera. Now we have gone from a digital camera to a compact camera. And you can definitely feel a little bit of a weight difference, but that's about it. Let's open it up. And here we have the lens, which kind of gives off fisheye and wider angles. So let's see what the difference looks like on the camera. Okay, we are back on the normal camera, regular camera. I have the lens right here. The mount is still on my camera, so I just gotta clip this on and twist it, and we will have the new lens on. So I would say try and remember the Paris Eiffel Tower. You're just seeing it right there. And then we have my mirror and a little bit of the wall right here. So let me go ahead and remove the protection off and let's see what this looks like. What do we think? Now we can see the Eiffel Tower. There's a bit more space there and a bit more to the wall, and you can see more of my body as well. It's definitely giving fish eye, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to be a little bit more wider because sometimes when I feel like I'm just holding the camera with my arms, sometimes I just feel like there's not enough space and like I don't even fit my full head in there. I'm not very tall, so my arms are not very long, so I can't get them too far away from my face. So I really feel like this is exactly what I needed. I also just like the rounded corners as well. I think that's super pretty. It took me like a minute to put together. Now it does make the camera a little bit heavier, and I do want to say that you can still feel a little bit that if you twist the lens a little bit with your hands, it is a little bit movable, even though I did tighten it quite a lot, but it definitely does not feel like it's gonna fall off anytime soon. Another thing, to see the quality of a camera lens, for example for the fisheye, it can be that in the corners it becomes very blurry, but honestly this one I don't feel like there's any blur at all. So I definitely want to say this is a really good quality camera. And I'm also thinking that I know a lot of people use the Canon G7x for specifically pictures, so I thought we could try and take some pictures and see what they look like as well. Both just regular pictures like this and pictures with flash as well, to see if there's any sort of difference, if there's any blurriness at all, if there's anything that looks a little off or a little weird. So let's go ahead and do that right now. As you can see, the camera does look a lot bigger now, and like I said, to the hand it is heavier. Like you can see so much now. I remember I used to want to show off my outfits and you couldn't see me in the full frame, and now you can, which is so fun. And this is me in the selfie camera. Once again, this is just with my arm now. Before, when I used to film, like this would be my face all the time, and now we have so much more space. I feel like it just looks like a breath of fresh air. So let's try out some features like zooming. Okay, this was the corner that I was just filming in, so let's zoom into my little makeup box right there. I mean, even with this zoom, it's super good. Quality does worsen a little bit when you zoom in this much. But for example, here, it's still a very good quality. Okay, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope this helped you in case you were thinking about getting a lens, and if this helps you decide in any way. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. That would really help. But with that said, I hope to see you in another video. Bye!